Hello. It's noon or so on the 27th, I think, and we're partway up the climb. Thought you might like to see what this part of the trail looks like. That Snickers climbing up behind me. It's been kind of rocky, kind of steep. We're like 600 feet up this, and it's maybe a 2,000 foot climb. What?
Did you say we're halfway up it?
No, we're 600 feet up. We still have like 1,400 feet to go, I think. It's also getting pretty hot, despite being awfully cold last night and the day before. We only actually got to our campsite at like 10 p.m. last night because we started at like 2 in the afternoon. And then today we got started, well, we got up in the morning pretty late, then had breakfast, and only actually started hiking around noon. So today's probably going to be another late night. In like 7 or 8 miles, there's a road, and from there you can call a local pub that apparently will come out and pick us up, and we can get some nice fried food and stuff, and then get back on the trail. So that sounds like fun. It's sort of a nice view off to the right, kind of obscured by trees, but you know, not terrible. It hasn't rained in a few days, which has been nice. Rain isn't that bad. I mean, you get wet and then you eventually dry out, but it's always really demoralizing for some reason. I think there's just some like deeply buried primitive instinct that rain is bad. Because every time I think it's gonna rain, I get this like deep dread coming from who knows where. My knee's been doing pretty well, for anyone who's wondering. And let's see, we're coming up on Waynesboro. I think it's like 30 miles away, and that's where Waynesboro is just before the Shenandoahs, and a lot of people aqua blaze that, which means like renting a canoe and canoeing down the river for a few hundred miles, often all the way to Harper's Ferry, instead of hiking. Some people look on it as cheating. Some people think it's just fun. I kind of want to do it since I've never really canoed very much. We'll see what happens. And anyway, a lot of people say the Shenandoahs aren't that fun because you end up crisscrossing Skyline Drive, which is like the main road through the park, a lot. And supposedly there's just an awful lot of day hikers that make it a lot less fun than normal. But then other people say that it's fun to try and get the day hikers to give you food and stuff, and that there's like burger stands along the way. I think either way I'll be happy. So I'll just wait and see what other people do, because I don't really want to canoe down the river on my own, seeing as I have basically no canoeing experience, and I don't want to die. Well, the trail's actually getting easier now. Before I was hopping over big boulders and stuff. Nice and switchbacky too. You might think switchbacks are bad, but when the alternative is just walking straight up the hill, you start to love switchbacks. Well, that's probably enough for now. I'm going to keep hiking for a few hours while you sit in your air-conditioned room. Bye.